Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages of love. Potentially. Well, love or fear? Which one do you want? This channel, it's all about love. So if you want anything less than that, I recommend another channel. Okay, that was an odd beginning shuffle situation. We'll just roll with it as it happens. Okay, let's see. What, where, why, how? What do we need to consider today? Bringing in some major energies from the atmosphere. And regardless when you are receiving these messages, they are meant for you. And those energies are catalyzing. Oh, catalyzing. Oh, my throat chakra. Throat chakra. Okay, we've got rebirth. The energy of rebirth helps you release old things. It helps you get familiar with everything new, thus enabling you to get used to your new reality. Okay. You must die to be reborn. You must release the old for the new to exist. Okay. What else do we have here? Something like the third wave. The energy of the third wave makes you aware of your choice to be here on Earth. Accepting who you are on this Earth and your strength will increase. Yes, and your perception, your perspective of yourself. This is what empowers you, right? All the movies, like The Matrix, Neo, is he the one? Isn't he the one? He had to believe that. Nobody could tell him, right? He had to figure that out for himself. And the minute that he did, he gained all the power. Or not gained all the power, he had it in him the whole time. There's another one. What's the other one? It was this wizard, and he didn't know he had all this power, and he kept doubting, and he would accidentally do powerful stuff. But he would just brush it off as, it was an accident, or he didn't really intend to, but the power was coming from him. So anyways, yes, this is what I'm getting from here, is once you recognize who you actually are and the power that you actually have, then you can release that old, smaller version of yourself who didn't believe in themselves. And this new version of you is born. Okay, we got Mims in here today, blessing us with her fluff. And she is a reminder to play, not get too caught up in the magnanimousness of it all, right? To remember to be in the now. If I'm this all-powerful being, what does that mean for my future or my past or, and it's like, be in now. Don't lose sight of right now. Have fun, enjoy, appreciate, have gratitude. That's where that's the source of your power, is in the now and your ability to harness it. Okay. Let's get a rune to come out and offer us a little more alongside these other cards. Ma'am, this. Okay, she helped us. What do you think this is? Laguz. Yes, go with the flow. Okay. This is trusting and allowing. Laguz. Where are you, Laguz? There. Floating in the great waters, this tiny seahorse feels the current's ebbs and flows. In this great universal ocean of life, and in her soft, shifting dream state, she knows the unity of all life and the connection that flows through past, present, and future. In her world, water is everywhere, pervading all things, the living energy source of everything. She is a symbol of the unconscious, of invisible life forces, the dream state, and hidden aspects of the self. Laguz is a powerful rune in the way that water is powerful, fluid, and ever-changing. It calls you to release the struggle and go with the flow. Spend time in meditation and allow your deeper intuitive state to speak to and guide you. Laguz reminds you that on life's journey, not all can be controlled, and change is the only constant. Without change, life becomes stagnant. Yeah, we can hold on to old versions of ourselves out of fear for the unknown version, right? What if it's not as good or as loved or as appreciated as this version before? I can't let that go. But like the snake or the lobster, right? You have to shed and release that old, the confines of the old, in order to expand, to grow. So Just do it. Just do it. Right, Nims? Okay. So she's going to be right in the middle. Maybe this will make her be like, yes. Get that out of my face, she says. Okay, 10 of Cups, happily ever after. You're so on the cusp of something great, something fantastic, something beautiful. And, if things come by you and you're like, wait a second, what was that? Did I miss something? Damn it! It wasn't for you. Don't allow your brain, your doubts, your insecurities, or your fears, your FOMO? No, that's a Plato. FOMO, your fear of missing out, to have any power over you, because what is meant for you will not pass you by. What is for you will glow different, shine different, sound different, taste different, feel different, and or will keep coming around until you are like, oh, right? The universe, just like lessons, when you don't learn the lesson, it'll keep creating opportunities. It'll keep sending you to the schoolroom until you learn it. And then it'll keep doing it even more to make sure that you really learned it. So, yes, what is meant for you will not pass you by. Okay. Let's see what messages, what things we want to consider, to look at, to contemplate, be excited about, and release. Because you have to, it's just how it is. You can't avoid it. This is the balance of all things: life and death, birth or death, and release, transform. The caterpillar must die for the butterfly to be born, right? Okay, here we are today. Let us see. Oh, beautiful. Okay, confirmation complete. You have a happily ever after in your energy field. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. Okay. The Emperor, be patient. Okay. This is mastery. This is solid, stable, secure, confident, action taking masculine energy. Okay. That's patient and prepared and planning. And they're looking in the same direction. Okay. Here's that Judgment. This is your chance for a new life. This is the in between. Okay. This is the caterpillar, butterfly. This is the magic that happens in between. It's like the transfer of your soul into the new vessel. It's the angels blowing the trumpets of life so that you can be reborn. It's the in between, the fire that consumes and the phoenix that is born from the flames. Okay, so that's beautiful. Yes, this is it. This new life, overflowing cup, and this trust and blind faith, the trust in the unseen, the going all in, the faith in the universe. Gorgeous. Okay, so we've got being seen and shining and balancing connection of all the states, right? Grounded, meditative, balancing, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, outside of the world, in a sense, outside of the crowd, and this spirit team. Okay, this connection with your higher selves. And yes, the Queen of Wands, she is shining, speaking confident, speaking her truth, being authentic, protected, intuitive, and with tapping into her sunflower power. Okay. Okay, King of Pentacles. So super secure here. And this is learning. So like self mastery. So it's like this Emperor is still mastering the physical realm, maybe, because the King of Pentacles is about that solid foundation, the master of the physical realm. So very much rooted and grounded. Okay. Um, so typically, King of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles are people who are very much like business oriented. They're not flighty, right? They're not doing things willy nilly. They're not. Um, yeah, they're very rooted, centered, grounded, slow moving. Okay, so all earth energies, move at the speed of growth, right? Like plants, trees, pick your thing. I always think of oak trees when I come to the King of Pentacles. There's something very Gary Oak about him for me. Okay, and hey, what's this one? King of Wands, the action doer and justice. Wow. Okay, so I feel like this emperor has been working very hard on becoming an overflowing cup. Ouch. We've also got this justice. So what goes around comes around, and this going all in on the things that come around for you. Okay. Okay. We will return after these short messages. What do you think this is? Huh? You're kind of in the middle of my situation here. You're kind of in the middle of my situation here. Hey. Okay. Down you go. Okay. So look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so we got lots of masculine energy on the board here. This is somebody, you or someone in your energy field. It's always the case, okay? You or someone in your energy field. Aspects of you or what's coming near you, right? So the King of Wands, yeah, and the Queen of Wands. So we do have counterparts. So this is the action man. So the wands are wind. Let me just double check. Pretty sure wands are wind, swords are fire. Let me go here. Wands are fire, swords are air. Okay, see, this is why I check. So air, nope, fire. We just said Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Interesting. So fire, passionate, fiery energy, cleansing, learning. What else we got with fire? Strong emotion, enthusiastic, passionate, temperamental, achiever, and interested, which makes sense. I mean, he's like, what are you saying? What are you all about? Okay, so we have fire and earth energy here. Dependable, grounded, reliable, materialistic, loyal, and practical. There you go. So the emperor embodies all of the above, okay? And having this balance in behind the emperor here, this is what you want. You want to have balance in your masculine and feminine. The emperor is the king of kings, the master. They've mastered all of the elements. Yes. So fire is also can be about, well, passionate action, grounded, passionate action, all on this side here. Okay, I'm gonna pull from the cards here. I very often think out loud, so don't mind me as I figure it out here. As we figure it out, right? Okay, so here we go. We've got 9 of Wands. So this is the spiritual, my spiritual garden card. Okay, this is the tending to that you do on a spiritual, in a spiritual, sorry, there's a light reflecting from my garden, from this glass ball that I have in the garden, and the light was twinkling. It's reflecting right where I'm standing, right into my left eye, and it's super distracting. Okay, I've never had that before. Light's just right, I guess. Okay, so distractions. Yes, light and distractions. So this went here, and I didn't really think about that because I was distracted. So let's think about that. We've got the justice and this trust and patience and like a self mastery commitment, looking through your third eye, all of the above here. So the work that you've done, this could be what's taking a long time here, is this spiritual garden mastery, okay? And this going in, this trusting, this blind faith. You can't tend a spiritual garden without some blind faith, okay? And then this getting back what you receive, right? This trusting in the universe, it's and this in your spirit team, what you are picking up, what you are feeling, what you are intuiting, your connection to your higher self. That's all of that in there, okay? Mims, you're fired. Come on. Okay. There was a beautiful little white flower that landed on a lavender bloom as I let her outside. Okay. So, distractions and this light reflecting in my eyeball. Interesting. Okay. Let's get back in there. Yeah, it's a beautiful stained glass globe. It's got like a lantern. It's got a solar panel on the top, and so it shines in the nighttime. But right now, it's reflecting into my left eye. Okay. Sorry, there's lots of energy going around. And my brain keeps like a firework, I start speaking and it's just like this thing that's happening, we're going, and then it hits and explodes, and all of a sudden it fractures into multiple directions, and I lose. I can only say one thing at a time. Okay. Okay. Which we're back. And we're back. Let's see what cards want to come out. Okay, so this is Sanctuary, and this is tending of your physical garden. Okay, and I feel like that is what has contributed to your overflowing cup. Okay, and your confidence. But I'm going to put it over here to balance out this masculine energy down here. And also this mirroring of your spiritual garden and your physical garden, because it's kind of both. You kind of have to work on all the angles, right? That's what this is about, this balancing, centering, and grounding on all the levels, on all of the dimensions. This Five of Pentacles keeps wanting to come out. So, a lot of this, traditionally, I think this one is about like a lack mentality, right? The Pentacles, the not having enough, the being in the center, okay? And so things can go either way, and so there's not a lot of secure. It's like I was gonna say like a false sense of security, because you're one step away from um, going either way, right? And that can be an insecure place. Okay, so this could have been where this King of Pentacles has come from, like overcome or chose something different here with this fiery action, right? With this passion. So it's like this investing in the material and becoming independent. Okay, so career focused. Probably because you didn't want to feel that insecurity of that tottering between, being one step away from going up or going down. And this is why I link it to the masculine and feminine, going within or staying out in the cold, right? Choosing to move towards the heart to balance the masculine and feminines within. This is dedicating, making positive decisions to move towards stability, to go within, right? So that's how I got there from there. Okay. And then we've got the Seven of Cups here. This is the luck overflowing onto you, and it in turn overflowing into others. Okay. And I feel like being in a stable, secure space as the King of Pentacles, and being confident and authentic. This is what opens the channels to receive luck, okay, and overflow, and how it affects other people. Okay, just like you are vibing at a certain frequency, you go to the grocery store and there's lineups everywhere, but someone happens to open up a till and be like, "Hey, come on in over here and I'll get you through." Or you saddle up behind somebody who's going to take 20 minutes to go through the till, and you've just got a couple things, and they notice before they start, and so they say, "Go on ahead." Right? That kind of luck, right? And and love. Okay? Love spilling out. So that's beautiful. So I'm thinking lucky moments of paths crossing, paths crossing. Right? This is how the universe conspires in your favor. Is it brings people, you're running a little bit late and you're doing all these things, and then you run into somebody and at the right time, where if you didn't run late, you would have not have run into these people, right? And there's your intuition. So trust your intuition. Okay, I think this is part of your new butterfly gifts. Okay, trust, go all in. Trust the work you've done in your spiritual garden and the mastery that you have, your third eye connection here. Physical abundance. This is what you're being patient for. This is part of your happily ever after here. 1010, it's completion too. It's the butterfly catching a wind current and being carried off into its new dimension as its new powerful self. Wow. Wow. I was going to say this like 5 of Pentacles. It's like being left out in the cold. And this King of Pentacles is like, fine, I'll just focus on my career and being independent and becoming an overflowing cup and turning into an emperor. And then going within, then balancing the masculine and feminine within. Protection. Does that go there? Being protected and protecting your overflow. Consolidating the resources. I don't know. I don't know. This 5 of Cups, it's about focus and it's about focusing on a few things instead of all the things. So being mindful of what you choose to put your energy into, right? Consolidating your resources. There's also a sense of not taking more than you can handle or carry, right? Like the 5, we've got the 5 and the 5 here. So it's like, can go either way. It's like that midpoint. That's why I feel like these are of the past, right? Because this 5 and this 5 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles has turned into a 10 of Cups and a 10 of Pentacles. So it's speaking about the journey of becoming, the transformation. This is the caterpillar, and this is the butterfly. So wherever you are on your journey, this is kind of a potential. This is a peek into, right? Like caterpillars, they have the blind faith. When they create their chrysalis, it's not known that they know what and why and like what they're getting into, what they're going to transform into. They just know that it's time for something new. They just know it's time to transform. Okay, that's that blind faith and trusting the intuition. Where was I going with that? It's quite the journey. It's a worthy journey. And it's hard, but it's hard to dissolve into protein goo and not know what you're going to be reconfigured into. But look at the reward that the caterpillar receives for trusting, for going all in with its leap of faith. Yeah, the overthinking. Okay, and this can really keep us in the old version of self. What will I do? What will I be? How will it work? What will I eat? How will I move about? Right? Like the caterpillar doesn't extend any of its energy trying to figure out what it's rebirthing into. It just trusts, right? Just like in the third wave, this recognizing that you chose this path, your life path. the path that you are on. And that includes all of the detours along the way. And it's very much like if you play video games, there are some video games that have a linear story, right? It's all leading to certain points, but there's a free roam and explore portion. So you choose, there's multiple ways that you can arrive at each checkpoint, at each part that moves the story forward. And that's where your free will comes in place. You choose which way, how you get there. But the points and the destination are all part of the plan, which your soul chose, your higher self. This is why your higher self is guiding you. This is why you want that connection with the higher self, because it remembers, it sees the best path to get to where you want to go. But that's also 310s. So I really feel like you've reached a completion of some kind. Yes, your dedication will pay off. And we've got another 5 here. And the Hanged Man. So this is the caterpillar, right? This dedication to its evolution, and literally in the chrysalis stage, hanging upside down by the tree to transform, to allow themselves the space-time opportunity to transform. So that's beautiful. And I feel like this is over here. Yes, I'll allow it. And the release of the old. I'm putting that over by the justice because these old things could be weights that were tipping the scale. And by releasing them, you are allowing the scale to rewrite itself in your favor, okay? And it's based on this mastery, learning, tradition, and like sacred contract. There's also this balancing, which is why, because it's a 4. 4s are about stability, so they can be releasing of mindsets, habits, limiting beliefs, toxic friendships, situationships, work environments, all of the things that were necessary to a point, but now they're not. This is the caterpillar putting to rest all of its caterpillar ways, because it knows that it's transformation time, and that whatever it turns into, it's not going to be a caterpillar anymore. Okay. Anything else want to come out for us in this deck here? Go through one more time. There it is. Death and release. This is the transformation card. Releasing the old so that the new can be rebirthed. Okay? Yeah, you really have to embrace change when you want to evolve and grow, because it's the only way. You have to put to rest a lot of things in order to evolve. You have to let go of the weights holding you down. You have to cut yourself free from the hooks that are holding you back from flowing down your river towards your happily ever after, your love, your abundance, your balance, your joy, your celebration, your prosperity. That's what's all up here. That's where you're flowing to. And everything you release is streamlining your flow faster to where you want to go. Oyster and hoister. Okay, we've got water and earth. Octopus, oyster, patient, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. Okay, that's on the right spot. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires and life's work. Okay. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. Okay, so this makes sense here. In this trusting in your third eye, in your expertise, in what you know. Okay, what you've learned from tending your spiritual garden, and your development of and trusting of your intuition. Okay, that works well over there for me. Okay, and then we've got the horse. The horse, whose momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. Beautiful, of course. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. Okay, this is this King of Pentacles and the Emperor. It provides us the momentum so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. I actually feel like it's here. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation, are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. Gorgeous. When in balance, achieves anything and never gives up. When out of balance, runs away and feels weak, and to bring into balance, strength training. So that's a lovely little confirmation. I think it's time for a fairy card. Let's ask the fairies to give us to us straight as we release the old and step into our abundant, stable energy here. And the water and the earth, it's like anything that you plant will grow. Yeah, you've done the foundational work. And that's the thing. The butterfly can never go back to being a caterpillar again. Once it accepts its power. Right? That first flight it takes, where it opens up its wings. It's doing what feels natural. It's trusting that the wind will carry it. And it does. It believes in itself and uses the wind. Okay, I know I didn't take those, but 4 seemed like a lot. So let's just have one card from the fairies. Thank you. The Singer of Courage. Beautiful. Okay, and it's right on this leap of faith and release this justice in your spiritual garden here and your self-mastery. The Singer of Courage. Bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. Most people have decided by the age of 3 or 4 what they must do in order to survive. From this decision, this belief about how the world is, most of our fears and self-limitations grow. Have we the courage to discover and break through these limiting beliefs, awaken to greater possibilities, and go for our objectives? We need to transcend our fears and accept the gift of courage. Someone once said that courage is not the absence of fear, but that which enables us to experience fear and not to be stopped by it. It is also what enables us to do what we believe to be right, even when there is pressure from others around us to do otherwise. It is what enables us to go ahead into the unknown or the perilous, where there are no guarantees of safety or security. In our lives, we are often even constantly confronted with a new world, a new way of being in the world, a new way of seeing and of being seen. Ordinary living takes courage, and to rise above the ordinary into the extraordinary takes even more courage. One of the keys to the courage is to consider the fear and find a way to let the energy of the fear itself power the action. That is true courage. Often people think of courage as being part of high heroism. It is, but also has its quiet hidden side as well. And that may require greater courage because we cannot expect the rewards of praise and approval for it. For example, no courage is needed to be unhappy and self-pitying. We do not need to be self-disciplined or wise for that. However, to open our hearts to risk and vulnerability of joy and trust requires all those things, especially courage. Within each of us, there is a terrified inner mouse and there is the brave inner hero. Either part of us can take over from the other. We get to choose which is in charge. The mouse is a magician with only one trick. It can cast an illusion that it is as big as an elephant. Then fear nearly overwhelms us, but we still have choice. Learning to live with and manage the reactive animal within involves transforming emotions like rage and fear into courage through self-discipline and the help of the singer of courage. Fairy wings formed of shifting light, emotion, and energy are the manifestation of the power of those beings that transcend the mundane world. Okay, so what was it talking about? The courage to release, to step away from the known, the old version of self, and step into the unknown, the new version of self. Okay, and and being shown your efforts will be justly rewarded. Like, if you settle for the bruised and rotten fruits at the base of the tree that have fallen, that's what you're going to get, right? You might eat a maggot or two. Gross. You can settle for the low-hanging fruit hanging at the edges of the branches that are within reach. But when you make the effort, when you bring the ladder, climb the tree, get to the top of the tree, that's where you will see the biggest, juiciest, best fruit ever. Okay, so this idea of like you get what you pay for works energetically. That's that justice. You get back what you give. So if you give a little bit of energy, you're going to get back a little bit of energy. If you give a big amount of energy, you're going to get back a big amount of energy. Okay. Let's ask the mushrooms. There was no mushroom vendors at the market again this week. They're really going to force me to just come to their home office, which, I could. It is about 15 minutes away from where I live. Okay. I want to go through here and get the death cap. Endings. See what I'm saying? Release the old so the new can be born. Death cap is a sign of endings, whether coming or already here. Death can sometimes feel like a negative thing, but death represents new beginnings too. Letting go of that which no longer serves you can feel very painful, and maybe that's something you have held on to isn't allowing you to move forward. Endings can also mean many positive things, especially if it means there is an end in sight for something you have been working on or are trying to achieve. This card is a blessing, but also a warning. Don't be alarmed and don't let fear or negativity in. Everything is as it should be. Know that there are greater things at work here. Don't resist what is coming. It is time to take your hands off the steering wheel and let what needs to fall away do so. Death always comes sooner or later, and resisting just delays the process. But with death comes new life. The death of something gives you the building materials to start the new. What do you need to finish or bring to an end? What are you hoping will stop? Ask yourself, what do I need to let go of to bring what I desire into my life? Make it final, and remember, RIP is rest in peace. Let go and let flow. Welcome a new start and go forth knowing it is for the greater good. Yes, mushroom wisdom. Thank you very much for everything and for your beautiful confirmation. Okay, you've got the courage from the fairies. You've even got a glimpse of your rebirth. You've got the strength of the horse. It's time. Release that old version of you and get excited for this new version of you, for you to meet them face to face as they are right in this moment and flow with it and let this new version of you show you what it's capable of, what they're capable of. I am willing to forgive. Okay. Forgiveness of myself and others releases me from the past. Forgiveness is the answer to almost every problem. Forgiveness is a gift to myself. I forgive and I set myself free. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message. Okay, and one from the kitties. Kitty confirmation. Any of the kitties want to confirm it? Oh, all of the kitties. Let's just get one of the kitties, not all of the kitties. There we go. Intuition. Yes. Meet Ghost Kitten. She is the light within us that helps to guide us through our life. She is always beckoning us to enter our inner world, to dig deep, and to meet her there. If you are quiet, you can hear her whispering to you, perhaps about a creative project or a person you should reach out to, or even leaving a stifling job. Play with what makes her whisper louder and clearer for you. Maybe it's meditation or sleeping enough or taking a shower. Experiment with following your intuition and notice what magic unfolds, okay? So, Spirit wants you to get to your new life because it's going to be beautiful and sunbeams are going to shine out of your face, okay? And so, get there. You know, you're flowing. All rivers lead to the sea, okay? And so don't cling to the riverbank and prolong the inevitable. Okay? Let go, let flow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful confirmation. Okay, couple of these wordy word cards. Collaboration. So be open to collaborations. Be open to this is like collaboration with spirit, with your intuition, with your higher self, and other people in the world. Okay. And choice. You have a choice to cling to the old or release it. Okay. You will float down that river one way or another, kicking and screaming and extending all of your energy, trying to swim back up it, against it, holding onto a river, getting mouthfuls of dirt and debris and, ripping your flesh because you get hooked on things and all of the analogies of being stuck. Or you let go and let flow. You turn around, you float, you don't resist, you enjoy the ride, and you see beautiful, beautiful things along your way and you effortlessly shift your weight to move out of the way of anything that could interrupt your beautiful experience of flowing. Okay? This is your choice. Fear or love? Choose love always, and most importantly, with yourself. Okay? There you have it. Let go, forgive, let flow, and head to your beautiful, beautiful, abundant new you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Take care. And I hope to see you next time. Okay.